Oh, hey, I forgot. I was daydreaming. So today we're going to be making an origami gift box. And I was already imagining what kind of gift I was going to put inside the gift box. So it looks a little bit like this. How does he have it already if we haven't even watched the video? Well, it's either magic or editing, one of those two things. I don't know. But anyway, to make this box, you're gonna need 3 pieces of paper that are exactly the same size. Doesn't matter if it's huge or if it's tiny. Just make sure all 3 pieces are the same size because we're gonna be folding them exactly the same way and fitting them together into this box. And if you're like me, you're already thinking, who can I give this box to? And what can I put inside it for a gift? Anyway, so go ahead and grab some paper, and if you can only find rectangle paper, I'll show you how to make it into a square before we start, and we can make this box and figure out what we're gonna put in it and who we're gonna give it to. All right, go get some supplies and let's get started. To make the first square, I'm going to fold this. I'm gonna fold one corner across and line it up with the opposite side of the paper, kind of like that. So you can see that I made a triangle. And then I'm actually going to take my scissors and cut this strip off very carefully. Very carefully. So that's one square. For this particular piece, we're gonna need 3 pieces of paper. So here's my first one, and I've got my extra paper off to the side. We're gonna be folding all 3 pieces of paper the exact same way. We just need all 3 pieces to put it together at the end. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our square and we're gonna fold it up into a triangle. All right, and then we're gonna fold this triangle into a smaller triangle. And you can see that I am rubbing the creases when I fold them. That's always a good idea because it makes the paper want to stay like that instead of opening it back up all by itself. So for that fold, we're gonna open it back up because now we're gonna fold these bottom corners of the triangle up to the top. So watch, I'm gonna fold it and then I'm just sort of gonna aim at the point at the top and then crease that down. Then I'm gonna take the other side, aim it up to the top, and press that down. And then every time I have a chance, I'm going to rub those creases so that the paper wants to stay the way it is. All right, time to flip that over. So if you saw what I just did, I flipped it over. And then I'm going to peel one page. So you'll notice that there are a bunch of pages here. So I'm gonna take one layer and pull it to the bottom. And then crease that again. All right, now I'm gonna fold this point up to the fold I just made. So you'll see that I've got 1, 2, 3 medium-sized triangles right here. 1, 2, 3. All right, so now I'm going to fold this new edge here up to the middle as well. Okay, crease that, and then I just unfold the whole thing. Okay, so I basically did that to make these 3 lines right here, because now I'm going to make a zigzag. So I'm gonna fold this up, then I'm gonna fold this one down, then I'm gonna fold this one up again. And you can see it makes like a zigzag line across the middle. And it looks kind of cool. And then that is the first piece. It's finished. So now we're gonna do the same thing with these other 2 pieces, and then we'll have all the pieces we need to put our box together. So I'm gonna set that aside and do the next 2 pieces. Now that I have all 3 pieces, it's time to put it together. Remember, if you had trouble with any of the pieces, rewind it. You can pause the video as many times as you want, rewind it as many times as you want, and try to get those pieces correct. Because once we have 3 of the same pieces, we can put it together. Now, one thing I like to do before I start putting it together is I like to bend it in half right here, just to get this crease strong again, because that's gonna be the edge of the box. So I'm gonna do that with all 3 of these. It solves a little problem that you might see already, and that's that this keeps wanting to unfold. But once I've strengthened this crease through the middle, it sits a lot flatter. All right, so here's how this works. So we've got the first 2 pieces. What we're gonna do is we're going to slide these 2 ends into the pockets that are right here. So I'm gonna slide them, whoops, that happens a lot. So this takes a lot of wiggling. So one goes here, one goes here. And they are just gonna slide in there. And you can see it's a triangle shape, so the triangle just slides all the way down to the end. But like I said, it takes a little wiggling sometimes and a little bit of twisting, especially when we put this 3rd piece in. So now the 2 points are gonna go underneath the zigzag. So I'm gonna put one right there and one on the other side. But that's not all, because these 2 zigzags, or these 2 points, go into that zigzag right there. So this is where the wiggling starts. So I'm gonna put those 2 points in there. And then I'm just gonna try to slowly, gradually push all of the points into the right pockets. And there's our box. It's nice and big. It's hollow on the inside, so you could hide something in there. You could give a gift, and instead of wrapping it, this could be the wrapping of your gift if it fits inside there, which could be a kind of a cool way to give someone a gift, that they have to carefully open the box to see what's inside. So they open it up and there could be a gift inside, which would be really cool. And then it can be reused over and over again instead of having to, buy more wrapping paper every time you give a gift. All right, so that's how the origami box goes together. Now I'm gonna take it apart and decorate it. I think that's one of the funnest parts. It brings the box up to another level, and I'm always happy with how they look once they are decorated. They just look that much better. So I'm gonna decorate it, stick around and see what it looks like when it's completely decorated and put together. the origami box is finished. One thing you might not have noticed is when I did my patterns, I used the zigzag line as a guide for what my pattern would look like. So where the paper is folded, that's where I drew my straight lines across. And where the paper is pointing in this direction, I drew the lines that way. And that's what created this checker pattern. You'll also notice, hopefully, that the colors I chose are all in the yellow greenish range because I thought that would help the colors work together better. So each piece has a 2-color pattern with a yellowish, a more yellow color, and then a more green color. And that helps to create this cohesive pattern, but also it lets each piece stand out a little bit from the others. So there you have it. There's our origami box. I hope you enjoyed that. If you like the origami videos, there are plenty of other videos of origami projects that I have. So go ahead and check those out, and I will see you next time. Bye.